Hi friends, welcome to another tutorial in Blender where I'll be showing you how to model different kind of dice. This is not only applicable for modeling dice, in general you will learn how to model different kind of such shapes. If you go from left to right, this is a very simple form of cube or dice, whatever you want to call it. Then I'll show how to model this cornered curved surface, then even more rounded surface, and then ultimately at the end I'll be showing you how to model this unique kind of bevel. Okay, so if you can see, this is looks very nice, look like machine cut, but if I quickly show you the topology behind it, you will understand that it is not that complex. Okay, it is using simple quad based topology, and it does not need any fancy add-on or boolean modifier. It is simply using Blender's default workflow. At max, I'll be using the loop tool add-on. Yes, using loop tool and pure sub-D modeling, you can achieve this kind of modeling. Let's jump to a new Blender, and start by modeling this thing and learn ourselves something new for today. Okay, let me close it. I don't need it right now. So here I am. Let me see if screencast is enabled. Yes, it is now enabled. So for the very first shape, let me start by adding a cube. Okay, and now go to edit mode, go to edge mode. I press 2 to go to edge mode. If you don't remember the shortcut key, we can always change to any of the mode from this option. Okay, now add some bevel. I just add 2 level of bevel. Profile, I am not changing it. I am keeping it 0.5 to have this curvature. It is intentional. Normally in my tutorial you will see that I keep profile shape 1 to remain the curvature. Here on intentional purpose I want to have a rounded edge. Just doing it. It is very simple. That's why I'm showing it. Now let's add some loop cut here. Okay. Okay. Now you can see I have added almost square cuts everywhere. Okay, let me go to front mode and let me show you how I create that circular things. You need to have loop tools. Okay, in case you don't have it, let me go to add-on, search for loop tools, and you will get it. Okay, I will put also the link in that description. Now what you need to do, go to the press 3 to go to face selection mode and just select these faces. Okay, so here first I am doing the 6. Okay, that character 6, I mean 6 number, and let me select it like it here. Obviously it needs to be symmetric, and you know, the opposite of the front perspective, what you are seeing 6, the opposite of the dice usually have, yes, you are right, 1, so that the sum of the numbers become 7. So 6 one side, 1 other side. Now let's go to top view. Let me see if I can add a 5 here. Yes, because my topology is good, I can do that. Okay, it looks good, I think. No, I think what I did, I choose a different face. I had to choose this one. Now it looks good. Now go to that right orthographic thing, and here I will add the number 4 and 3. Let's see. Okay, also this, press Ctrl 3. Obviously this was 4, so that opposite side would be 3. 3 usually is a bit diagonal, so what I'll do, I will choose the center, and then maybe this one, and then this one. Okay, I think better to do this one. Okay, now let's verify. Okay, one part is left here, here it is left. So for the second, in the from bottom perspective, let me add it somewhere here as well as here. Okay, now you know the drill, right? You just click on the circle and you will get it. Okay, now I need to create the groove shape. I'll just insert it a little bit. Remember, please press edge rail. Okay, if you don't do that, it will lose the curvature as you do the insert. Okay, now perform insert again another bit and expand that selection a little bit, then extrude it. Okay, and next what you need to do is that I think you can increase this thing and maybe insert again a little bit. Okay, now what I did basically by doing that, I just added some bevel in the around the corner. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me do control minus. I select only this face and group them to a new group. So in the vertex I go, I maybe I want to color it black at later point of time. I mark it as black. Again go to vertex mode, control I, and this one let me make it as white. Okay, now I think let me see if my selection is okay. Yeah, it is good. Now with this thing ready, I can just simply add a simple subdivision and our dice is ready. Okay, now I will show you how I model the different color of it. Experienced user, you guys know, but for beginners, let me quickly show it. Okay, so let me create one material. Let me call it black, and let me create another material. Call it white. Okay, it is good to apply material and see if it is holding good. For example, always verify face orientation is okay. Before applying the texture, make sure your scaling is okay. Okay, so for black, for the sake of time, let's make it black, make it metallic, roughness reduce it, something like that. Okay, just to have some shiny things. Now I'll go to the edit mode for this mesh. Let me assign it. Okay, and next unselect everything, select the white part and go to material, press white, assign. Now let me go to the material view and you will see my first part of the dice is ready. Okay, so let me rename it dice 1, and then I think this is done. Let me do one thing. Let me just move it by 1 inch so that it sits on the top of that thing. Let me hide it. Okay, this is done. Next, I will show you how I model the corners. Okay, let me go to the shading view. I don't need that dice one. I will again start by adding a simple cube. You remember there I showed you that the corner was very nicely curved. How to do that? To do that, let me show you how I did it. Let me just subdivide it. I will select only this part. I don't need to model the entire 4 parts of it. I will press Ctrl I, delete and remove all the faces. Now at this point, you need to apply the mirror modifier. Okay, you can also do it from here. Sorry, my mistake. Go to add modifier, generate and go to mirror. Press X, Y, Z and clipping on so that this portion of the cube get mirrored across both the axes so that you can have a full cube. Now if I model only on this part, it will be applied across everywhere. Okay, now go to the vertex and apply bevel. Normally if you want to apply bevel to a edge, you just press Ctrl B, what I did last time, right? Remember? But for applying bevel to a vertex, you need to press Ctrl Shift B. Okay, and then you will see this entire corner of this cube is getting nicely beveled. Okay, now you can see here something is happening. It is creating an n-gon, but no need to worry. It will be fixed very easily. Now I need to add some supporting loop here, otherwise this will not look good. I'll press insert and just apply it here. But with default setting of insert, what it does, it creates this kind of weird geometry around the boundary. So remember to uncheck the boundary. and note this thickness whatever you have applied. So I applied 0.04. So let me do put the cursor here, press Ctrl C to copy it. What you can do, you can apply the same thing here, Ctrl V, and instead of copy pasting here, what you can do, select it here, press Shift R. So Shift R is another shortcut using which you can repeat the last setting. So that I showed you another way, where you can copy paste a setting, but if you just want to perform or repeat the same thing that you did earlier, you can press Shifter to do that. Okay, so my job with the topology is done. Now let me go to the one of the perspective. Let's start with front perspective, and let me start by adding some topology. Okay, because this is a big N one. Okay, so let me apply knife cut, press A and C so that it cuts through as well as it becomes straight. So let's do it like that. Okay, done. I'll go to the top perspective. I'll perform the same thing here. Okay, let me go to the side perspective from this side. Okay, so you can see this is done in both the three sides. Okay, now I need to add some additional, I have to do something additional thing, or what I will do, I'll just add few loop cuts like this. Okay, three loop cut here, three loop cut here, and obviously three loop cut here. Okay, now if you notice, you will see some part of the face are square big here, some are rectangular, some are very small rectangular. I need to correct it. So here I'll be using this loop tools space function. Okay, how to do that? Very easy. Just select these edges here. Okay, and create space. Similarly, select these edges here, click space. Now you see it has converted it to a nice grid shape. Okay, let me do it from the other side as well. From here, you know the drill, just you need to select all these edges. Okay, from a space, and let's do same for the vertical ones. Remember, don't leave any edges unselected here. Okay, and let's go to the top view. Same drill. By the way, there are other ways also of doing it. Okay, so let's not maybe in some other tutorial I can show it to you, but for this we are done. Okay, we are done. Now let me verify how this topology looks. Let me add some subdivision, and you will see this looks exactly the way I showed you, right? Now you have understood how to make this topology. Now what you need to do, remove the subdivision. We know it will work good. Enable shade, flat shading, apply it. And now what you need to do the same thing here. Okay, let me select these edges here, and as well as these. Okay, select this. Okay, let me select. Once you get knack of doing this thing, you will see the power of this thing. I mean, it is very easy. Okay. 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 3. I'll select this corner here, and this corner here. Now let me apply the circle. Okay, insert a little bit, insert it again a little bit to have some go to there, extrude along normal. Okay, and next I'll just add another level of insert. Okay, and this group area is now selected. I will just press Ctrl G, new group, like the first one. Let me name it as black. Invert, press Ctrl G, new group. Let me as white. Okay, now this also completed our this shade, this type of object. Okay, let's verify. G Y, let me G Z 1 unit so that they are on the same line. Okay, let me move both the dices here. Next I will show you how to model the other one. Let me show you which one I was referring so that you don't lose track of what you are going to achieve. I will model this one, okay, with very beautiful curve. It looks difficult, but it is not. Okay, what you need to do, just add a simple cube here, just add 2 level of subdivision. Okay, and you can safely apply. Go to edit mode, press Alt Shift S, drag your cursor all the way to here. What it actually did, it converted it to a sphere. You can see it is mentioned here, right, to sphere. So in case you don't remember the shortcut, no worry, just press Ctrl S space to sphere. See, Shift Alt S. Okay, just you can always search it and get it if you want. Now what it has done, it converted that subdivided cube where I chosen 2 level of subdivision and given it a spherish shape. Go to top view. I don't need the entire part of it. I can just have this one. I can safely remove the other part. Don't worry. I will reconstruct it from this single segment only. I will construct the entire cube. I will show you. Don't worry. Okay. So this space is selected. Now what I need to do, I need to create a circular shape, right? So if I show it here, the other part is rounded, but the inside part is circular. On top of that circular, I have created so many segments. Let's see how to do that. What you need to do, you need to press insert. But if you see, nothing is happening. Why? Because this boundary was unchecked in the last tutorial. Okay. Why? Because for that geometry, it was required, but for this one, I need it to be enabled. Otherwise, from boundary, the insert operation will not happen. Okay, this is done. Now what you need to do, press Q, or from here also you can press circle. Okay, now this circle is selected. What you need to do is just flatten it. Okay, so what it has done, you can see if you refer to this image, I have created roughly this thing, but we're not yet done. Let's see how to do it. I'll just dissolve all the edges, everything. Okay, and I will apply some bevel here. So let me see, I just 2 segment bevel. I will retain the geometry here. Okay, now I can safely delete this face. Okay, go to edge mode, extrude S like this. Now I will do subdivision. Go to vertex and see what I have done. What I have done is that I have subdivided the inside edge. Okay, and now I'll just apply circle to it and scale it little bit. Don't worry, what I am doing, I am just creating some topology here, and let me see how to do it correctly. I will just select this vertex. Okay, this, I think let's go to top view to have a better idea where I am selecting. we're almost done. I press Ctrl V and connect vertex path. Okay, I'll select this edge, press Ctrl plus, go to the face mode, pressing 3, and I'll press Alt J and change this max shape angle 180 degree. Okay, again go back to the edge mode and scale this thing a little bit here. Now this part is almost done. Okay, now what I'll do, I will put my cursor to the selected, so that I want to place one object here, and for that I need to put my 3D cursor where I want to place that object. So here I would like to place a grid. Okay, so this grid size I will make it of size 8, and then I'll just scale it just like this. Let me go to the top view. Yes, we are done. And now I have a shortcut using that I can select a boundary loop. You can also do it here. If you don't have, go to select loop, select boundary loop, and press Alt and okay. Let me click the outer one first and then select these edges. Either way is fine. Press Ctrl E, bridge edge loop. Now you can see from this curved surface I have converted to a very nice grid shape. Okay, now what I'll do, I will, as I told you, I will create that cube shape right from here. So what you need to do, Shift D, R, Y, 90 degree. You can Shift D, R, Y, 90 degree. Again 1, D, R, Y, 90 degree. Okay, for this shape I will press Shift D, R, X, 90 degree. And this one, Shift D, R, X, 90 minus. Now you can see I am getting near that shape. Let me enable X-ray mode, select all these segments. You can see I have selected all the 6 segments. A cube have 6 faces, so I have created all these 6 segments. I'll press Ctrl J. Okay, now go to edit mode, Ctrl A, merge by distance. You will see it has removed some duplicate vertex. Now I disable that X-ray vision mode, otherwise it doesn't look good. I will just apply subdivision here. Now we will look at this thing. Isn't it nice? Okay, I just put it here. Maybe what I can do, let me see. Go to the bottom view and put the cursor here and set origin to the 3D cursor, so that this object's origin is on the plane of it. Okay, I'll press Q, selection to cursor so that it sits on the bottom of it. Now you know the drill, right? How to create that this cube shapes. Okay, these are interfering for me. Let me get rid of it and quickly do the modeling. If you don't want, you can skip this thing. It is up to you. If you want to follow along, do. If you want, see, there is no hard and fast rule that from where you have to select. I can choose here, choose here, I can choose here. As long as your topology is good, it will work absolutely fine. Okay, so by the way, you can use a C to quickly select this thing. This is also fine. Okay, I think we are almost done. This is okay. Okay, so what I can do, I can just press Q, press circle. Okay, okay, let's press insert again. Let's insert again. Plus. Okay, Control plus, again do an insert. By the way, let me disable the subdivision. Control G as into new group. Control I, Control G as into new group. Okay. So that concluded our this modeling of the dice. Okay, so I think I can just safely rename it as dice 3. I think this one should have been dice 2. Yeah. Okay, now I will show you one trick that people normally show. Okay, you can see this one and this one have a different height, but how are you going to increase their height? Okay, it is easy. What you need to do, just give your height here manually here. By the way, its rotation is not correct, so let me apply the rotation and give the height a set of 2. Height, it has matched it the other ones, but I need to apply it to the x and y axis. It is very easy, just copy the scale here, put it here, put it here. Okay, now I apply scale and you will see it will have the same thing, same shape, same thing as this one. Okay, let me move it like this. Okay, now let me model the other one. Okay, so here you will see a very nice utility here of using the bevel modifier. Okay, so what I'll do, like that last time, I'll just subdivide it and I don't need the all the other section of it. I'll just press Ctrl I, delete faces, and here what I'll do, I'll just add mean bevel weight to 1. Okay, and add a mirror modifier. Okay, YZ clipping, and I also need a bevel. But here I need to choose the limit method to weight and choose a bevel weight here. I can also put it at the top. Okay, and now you will see it is not looking as nice as was done here. Okay, how to do that? Okay, for that you need to do change this geometry to arc. Now you will see you are getting that kind of shape. Okay, now in order to do that, what you need to do, you need to first apply this bevel. So I think this looks pretty good. Let me go to object mode and apply this, and now you can see here is some big ingot. So okay, let me hide all this thing and let me correct it. Okay, press Ctrl A. Okay, top view. Okay, so this is done, this is done. From the right orthographic, let's do this again for the last time. Okay, cool. Now if I apply subdivision, you will see still it looks like a simple rounded cube, but just wait, let me select these edges here, then you will understand the power of it. I'll just apply some level of bevel. Okay, little bit of it, and I will select these internal edges. Okay, let's do one thing, let's not show it right now, I'll show the next trick at a later stage. Now with that simple bevel being applied, you can see it looks very nice, right? Very nice sharp edge, yet it is rounded. Okay, that's the power of bevel. Now you know the drill, right? What you need to do, just apply, say, I think 3 3, I think. Okay, 3 okay this side, 3 okay this side, and yeah, I think I don't need to apply subday at this point. Let me apply this modifier, and like that all the other tutorial, let me choose these things properly so that it looks nice. Okay, by the way, you guys can spend your own time in making this selection properly. I'm just hurrying up here because it is getting late here. And yeah, and let's see what is left. That number 4 is left, right? Okay, this is done for one of the group. Let me invert the selection. Control G is a new group. So yeah, I think that's pretty much about it, right? Now what I was saying, I can select these kind of edges, okay, and give additional detail to this geometry, okay. What you need to do, just remember to select this inside part of it, and yeah, I think only one part is left now. I think I have selected all the edges, right? Yeah, that's a good job. Now what you can do, just press Alt S and you look at this. Isn't it nice? Yeah, I know. You can compliment me later by sharing, like, or subscription. And please wait till I come up with another tutorial. But before I go, let me quickly show it to you if it actually looks good on the screen. So I went to edit mode. This is the internal group selection. Let me select it. Choose one material. I put it black. Then I'll choose the other one. Select material, new material, white, assign. Okay, let me enable the marble view. Yeah, the material view, you can see it looks absolutely fantastic. Okay, you can experiment with this kind of topology that you have learned to your other places. Okay, wherever you feel it is required. Let me enable all these other views as well. Okay, please drop in the comments and let me know how it goes, whether you faced any problem or challenges or any suggestion. Okay, I'll be reading at your comments and wish best of luck to your dice modeling tutorial. Okay, thank you.